Savage.
Yeah. What up?
I hear you loud and clear.
Oh man. All right. Man, listen, them fucking edibles. That what that was.
You good?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. Then I was at hey shit, I was at my cousin football game, little league. Still feeling 9U.
Oh wait, did they?
Yeah, but
They
today
had a
they
shootout.
nah, they had no shootout.
They had a game.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a shootout, bitch. It was a blowout.
Oh no, I was saying they played the whole game
Yeah, the whole game, yeah,
because we
playoffs.
we had a shootout. Oh, it's playoffs for y'all, so that's a different league because we had a shootout this morning. Then we played yesterday. We
So
had a
what is the
game.
shootout?
A shootout is like, all right. So for example, we had like four teams that had the same record. So you have to do a
Okay.
shootout for placement.
So
Some
that's like okay, two team play each other then in like a mini shoot
It's
tournament or
like, oh,
something.
it's an overtime situation. So you put the ball on the 10, each team get a chance to score.
Okay.
So in our case, we played three teams. We beat all three teams. But what you start on offense, either defense first. You can place the ball on the 10. If you score, the other team get a chance to score. If you stop them, game over. Is it?
Okay.
If y'all keep going back and forth, we go back and forth.
Yeah, but
Uh,
man, but even doing that, I think we wouldn't have won. I don't know
who
what.
y'all played?
The Ravens from
Oh, for
Miami.
mine. Yeah. We
Yeah,
played a 12U.
at 12U.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we beat them like 34-6. Y'all, what they say that's 9U though. Y'all, that's 9U what y'all played.
yeah.
Okay,
But
so yeah, they're in that league with Pompano Cowboys, the Chiefs, Bunch Park, all the Miami team.
yeah,
The SYFL, right? Or what not the SYFL, but the I know what
South
league it
Florida.
is. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
tough little
South
league,
Florida,
man.
South
That
Florida.
league
Yeah,
tough.
it is.
Yeah, man. They got a well, it depends on the teams at the end of the day, but they got a lot of tough teams from like Miami in that league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm saying, oh yeah, then, take hat off to him. But I mean, I really see why I don't go to a little league football game. 'Cause, man, that shit too serious out there, and I ain't talking about players.
Oh, with the parents. Oh yeah. I know
So,
the coaches
uh,
probably got cussed out like a dog out there.
I mean, I take it. I take it to y'all. I take my hats off to all little league coaches because my God, gee.
Hey, bro, listen. It don't matter. Hey, it don't
And
matter if
like
you
I
winning
say,
or losing.
look, it's like, and then everybody want to be a coach. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think they coach. I'm
They got the antidote.
yeah, I'll be on the field like, God damn, I'm supposed to hear from a darn coaching staff, and I gotta hear bullshit from the fans. Like you gotta, like I said, even with during wrestling, you gotta find a way to block all of that out. My hat's off to you.
You got to, man.
And,
You got
and
to
then you
focus
got
on
them,
the
then
game
you
and the
got
kids.
yeah, then you got the motherfuckers in the stands, like they know every fucking play that finna come up. I'm like, listen, all I know is when they get in the touchdown, but every play, no, man, he should have passed it number 24, the 24 number open. Like, okay, tell us he need to run back. I'm like, God damn, yeah, let the coach do a job.
Hey, man, welcome to Little League football, my brother.
Yeah, that's why. Hey,
That's just football, period. South Florida. I don't know if they do that in other states, but all I've noticed since is down here. That's high school, but it's real bad with Little League. It's
yeah,
bad.
that's what I'm saying. Like little league, and I'm already here. Dog, who you got? Who got? Oh man, I bet they ass on score. I'm like, yo, these is fucking 9-year-olds. Like, what the hell y'all got going on over here, man? Like,
You remember
like
what the
y'all,
score was? What the score was?
28 nothing.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, at least they getting the 30. That's still, 28 unanswered.
28, yeah, yeah. So I mean, they had a good season,
Well,
you
that
know.
was first round.
No, that was second round.
Oh, okay. Well, how many rounds they have in that? You don't know, like, because I know with us, we only got 2 rounds and then the Super Bowl.
Two
But when
rounds, yeah, 2 rounds in the Super Bowl.
I
Yeah,
know we
this
played Little League, we had three. We used to have
that's
three
what I
rounds.
remember too. Yeah,
Yeah, three
first
rounds.
first No, I think even certain time, what, first, second, third,
And then Super Bowl.
then Super Bowl 4 games.
And then high school, that shit, you got 4 rounds. You gotta go to 4 rounds before you get to state.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that shit, it ain't easy, man. That shit.
yeah. And then when I see what them coaches is, I'm like, yo, hey, all right, washed up people that ain't make it to the high school, that ain't even make it to the high school level.
Man, and
Yeah,
you know ain't never done ain't
yeah, even though if they ain't had no grades or nothing, yeah, I'm like, oh, God damn, you nigga, you coaching? You ain't you ain't even had grades to play high school, but you qualified to be a high school.
oh, you
Oh,
know that's what he went known for. And you
that
out that's
wasn't
what
no for.
my man, what's going on
Oh
with you, bro?
yeah,
You can hear us?
There you go. Yeah, I can hear you guys now.
What's going on, big man?
Oh man, just chilling on a
yeah,
Sunday
man.
now.
Look, man.
Man, since the
Look,
last time we talked to him, Marlon, it's been up.
yeah. I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, I'm mad. I'm mad. I wasn't in Trinidad to see that moment, man. Cause like I say, I pride myself. Like I want to be there for all home team moments. And man, if it was down here in Miami, boy, I would have been front and center. Cause that that's a moment. I want to witness. Cause I know your home team. Yeah, I mean, I feel proud of the moment, and it's your moment.
Right.
Man, what a belt, man.
Right here. Check this out. Check
Look
it
at it.
out.
There we go. The All Caribbean
Look here.
heavyweight champion,
Man.
Reggie
Heavyweight.
Rythm.
Heavyweight. Y'all see it. Y'all see
Damn.
it.
Let everybody know like what all the
And they
flags
got a
represented
retro
on it.
for him too.
What's all
Let's see. We got that's the US. You got
Okay.
Panama.
Uh-huh.
You got the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago. And then on the other side here, you got Haiti,
Okay.
you got DR, you got Puerto Rico, you got Jamaica.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, they really trying to encompass that Caribbean feel for real. So
Yeah, man.
and then hey, when they announced that film, man, what I said, I called it. Now you let everybody know I called it.
Yeah.
No, you did. You did.
I said, if
And
you don't win it, we rioting. And if it mainly, yeah, and then you were Malik. I knew it had to be you and Malik that were gonna win it, but yeah, I called it.
yeah, you did say that. From the start of the announcement, you was like, it's either Malik or Reggie. It's got to be one of those two.
Exactly. So let everybody know, like, what was the run, like the opponents you had going through.
So night one, I went against Marche Rocket, and if you guys know Marche Rocket, he's currently on NWA. He's been part of TNA Impact before in the past, so he ain't new to the wrestling game. That dude,
he's a big
talented,
dude. He's
and experienced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had Marche Rocket night one. And then after I was able to eliminate him and move on, the following night it was a fatal 4-way elimination style. So it was myself, the Pope, Elijah Burke.
Okay.
You had JTG, and you also had Isaiah Bronson, who he was most recently on AEW Dark, going up against Murder Hawk, Lance Hoyt. So it was a field of really good talent, man. And the fatal 4-way, that was exhausting. Good Lord, that was exhausting.
By exhausting, what you mean exhausting? Like you talk wrestling language, exhausting.
Exhausting, because it wasn't like it wasn't a one and done. There was 3 other dudes I had to systematically get rid of
Right.
to win. And guess what? I paid for it at the end with a damn top rope superplex. So I'm just like, whoo. I left a whole lot of sweat in Trinidad. So
Hey man, you know that's what it's all
One
about.
thing about it, that top rope superplex, I think that is a move where like, well, God dang, I gotta hurt myself to hurt this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if
exactly.
I'm desperate enough, I gotta use a suplex, man. Like, cause you hurting yourself going backwards.
Yeah, and me and JTG, we was the last two left out of the four, so we are just beating each other up, and JTG now, Jay the God, this ain't the same JTG from like WWE, you know what
Right.
I'm
No,
saying? From
no.
when he was tagging with Shad, rest his soul. This JTG, he's bigger.
Yeah.
Dude is swole as hell, strong as hell. He hit hard. Like the dude hit hard.
A
Okay.
complete different person. Like,
Oh my gosh. So taking
yeah.
taking a superplex from him,
Yeah.
man. Listen here. I got look, Reggie is gonna keep it real. I got stretch marks that were hurting after that damn fall. Like that, I hit hard. Hard. Lord.
Yeesh. Man, so listen, what was your mindset going into that, man? Just the whole concept. What was your mindset week before?
Man, I mean, I wrestled in high school and in college, right? Amateur wrestling. So my whole mindset was that, it's a tournament. And I told myself from the very jump, I was like, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
So I need to get serious about winning. So I was training every day. Sometimes I would have 2 days with the gym. If not with the gym, I would do gym in the morning, and then I'd get to wrestling practice in the evening, so I could get some ring work in. But I went all in, man, and the free time I did have, I spent editing my promo videos, just to get not only content out there, but to literally like make my point.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm in this tournament and I'm gonna fucking win. Period.
So
Yeah,
check
you
so
just
hey,
That
you
was
just
listen,
my
so
not there.
come
goal.
You
check
just
me
not
out.
there. It's a reason. You in that tournament for a reason. You ain't just there.
Oh,
Hey.
oh yeah, like man, and then my wife would bring it up too because my son that I have now, he's 16 months now.
Okay.
So he's at that age where he see everything and he copy everything.
Oh yeah.
Daddy mowing the lawn, he grabs his little lawnmower bubble machine and he gotta do it too. So he literally copies everything I do. So I was like, nah, like I really need to go into this tournament 110% mindset that I'm here to win, period. Right? Because my son is gonna see this.
Right.
And he's gonna
Yeah.
see daddy training. He's gonna see daddy getting ready. I mean, he's gonna see all that, and I want him to see what it means when you commit to something and when
Right.
you apply yourself
And trust the
and you
process.
want results. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's one thing to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it," but like, what are you going to do in order to do it? Like, what are you
To do it,
how
yeah.
are you willing to prepare to get the result that you keep telling everybody you want? I keep telling people I want to win, but what am I doing to win? Well, aside from training, check this out. I'm gonna record all my own promos. I'm gonna edit all my own promos, add my own music to all my promos, like
Okay.
the full package. Because I told myself when this started, I was like, man, this is beautiful because this ain't. I mean, I'm representing Haiti,
Right.
but this ain't just for Haiti because it is all Caribbean. And I'm like, yo, this has got to be like one of the best representation of color in pro wrestling I have
Right.
ever seen. And I get to be a part of it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going all in, win or lose, but I'm going all in because this is bigger than me. Because granted, everyone's point is to win, right? Because everybody
Right.
wanted it. But at the same time, it's like there's gonna be other people watching this and they're gonna see, Jamaica being represented. They're gonna see Puerto Rico, DR. Like there's a little bit of something for everybody. And I'm just like, this whole concept that this company is about, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And then too, you know what's the best part about it? You get a chance to have your island or your country back you up. That's a whole nother lane, whether you want to look at it from a fan standpoint or if you want to look at it
Right.
from a business standpoint. You know, that opens up a big market for, you know, the Caribbean, that which they've
Oh
been into
yeah.
wrestling. Wrestling is deep in that culture. We just don't hear about it. You know
We
what I'm
don't hear
saying?
about it. Yes.
That's the
Right.
thing, and you know, now that it's flaring and it's coming out, bro, I'm just happy for one that, because I know you so busy, that Marlon was able to get you again, man. Because the last time, you know, we talked and you was telling us all the stuff you had in plan, and bro, it's like, wow, you did it, bro. It's like inspirational.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said what I told Lonnie. I'm like, man, and see, I want to be part, like moments like that, especially you being home team, it hit different. And I think like even now in Deerfield, okay, like we need to understand, like, okay, yo, this guy, he making moves in the wrestling world. It ain't gotta just be all about, okay, the guy playing football, and then after he makes it and blow up, now we want to back him up.
Right.
Get it, now, and then especially even with the Haitian culture, because you got Jew, man, Lakai, Ruthie J. I was there for their moments, and then I felt proud of them, and that's why I say I'm upset that I missed your moment. But there you go. You got it. There you go. That's the trio of Haitians represented. And then y'all young now and doing it, so it's like y'all only gonna get better.
Yeah, it's on the up.
Definitely. I agree. You know, I was saying earlier, because this past Monday, you know, it put me at 13 years since I started, because I started in 2009, and I'm hungry now in 2022 as much as I was in 2009. You know, and I mean there's a lot of people who helped contribute to that hunger, because you know, anything worth chasing, there's always going to be a challenge. Like there's always going to be something that stands up against you, right, to test you. Like, oh, so you sure this is your dream? Like,
man, that's a
okay,
great way to
bet.
address that. That's a great way to address that.
And it's just so many challenges, and I feel like I'm blessed that I'm at a point in my life where there are people who can continue to reignite my fire over and over again. Because when that fire starts to get dull, you know, there goes that motivation and there goes your willpower. But you know, let somebody add a few branches into that, and next thing you know, the fire is growing again. And for me, you know, 13 years later, you know, now I have a son, and like everything I do, you know, it is just me wanting to leave a legacy behind, so that when he's older, he can be like, you know, he could be whatever he wants. He could be, oh, I want to be a gymnast, and I know I can do it because daddy wanted to be a pro wrestler, and look at him, you know, look at all these photos, look at, you know, these titles on the wall. Like, I want to be able to lead by example, that whatever you set your mind to, despite the mountain you got to climb, it's attainable. You got to apply yourself, and just don't take no for your answer. You got to be willing to get hit left and right with no's, but you got to barrel through like a bulldozer, and eventually you're going to hit that yes. And that's where I'm at now. You know, my mindset is I'm going to continue to bulldoze till I get to that place I want to be, where I'm content, and I'm like, okay, dream achieved. I'm gonna mark that off, on to the next. And for me, again, this wrestling thing, it's not an easy road, but I'm happy that when I come across memorable moments, now I can share it with my son, and I can share it with the culture, because again, it's bigger than me.
So it's all Caribbean. All Caribbean. It's strictly, you know, y'all gonna be in the islands, like Trinidad, or y'all gonna do some stations?
So that's where it started. But the plan is for the promotion to hold shows in Florida, Texas, it's meant to branch out. I know yesterday at Marlins Park,
Yeah.
they held a show there. And I know the intent is to also hold shows in Texas. Mark Henry, world's strongest man,
Yeah.
WWE
I saw
Hall of
that. I seen
Famer,
that.
man. He's an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? Like real, just his accolades is ridiculous. And he's the brand director for All Caribbean, which is why they want to do shows out of Texas because Mark is from Texas.
Right.
So he wants to be able to hold shows there as well, and just really put on for the culture and get talent even from Texas, to be able to come out and also use ACW as a platform. So the intent is for it to, hold shows not just in the islands. The islands is, where it was born.
Okay.
But definitely they want to be able to put on big shows here in Florida, whether it's Miami or Fort Lauderdale. And, they want to hit up Texas. They want to hit up, I think it's Tennessee. Yeah.
And the roster basically, man, that roster ridiculous.
Oh my dude, that's the roster right now.
Man, like when I say literally all my favorites, I like, oh God. Yeah. Especially
Hey,
like everything, like literally the top 5 we have, and even in the women's division, you already know Mars, you already know La Rosa, Jocelyn. God damn, come on, this is it.
slap you
Queen
back level
Amidala.
4. Y'all, and then if y'all have an event, similar, everybody got their Super Bowl event. Y'all have a Super Bowl event where you even take those tours, like you said, in those different states, but then have the main finale back at home, like y'all WrestleMania. You get what I'm saying? Back on the islands, that'll really be hard, bro. Oh man.
And it's crazy how God works because I did an interview earlier and I didn't even know this, but I know one of the ACW brand partners, who's the GM, Akil Samuels, he was telling me when he was thinking all of this up, his intent was, all right, I'm going to try to launch this and make it into something once 2023 roll around, and we'll see what kind of momentum I can pick up. And lo and behold, we're in October, about to close out 2022, and they've already held 3 shows in Trinidad. So it's definitely it's a blessing because it's growing. And again, that locker room, man, like talk about talent. And like Marlon was saying, even with the females, man, because listen, I love me my Maserati.
Me too.
She is hilarious.
Y'all know,
Talented.
everybody knows that.
Man, and then Jocelyn, you talking about a girl who spends her weeks beating up on people's sons, man. Like this girl is
that bad.
That girl's talent, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I'm so happy that I get to rub elbows with these people, and hopefully some of their talent will rub off on me, and make me that much more better. But oh my God, it's ridiculous the amount of talent that was in that locker room.
How was La Rosa?
Oh my, La Rosa, that as you could imagine, because she's
about La Rosa. She got that presence.
Well, for me, it was a reunion because I haven't seen her in so long. There's at one point, La Rosa used to run a wrestling school out of Hollywood.
Really?
And I used to go there to roll around and train, and she would use me often as one of her teaching assistants. So me and her, we have a lot of history. So when I saw her, man, it had been so many years, and I was just so happy to see her. And as you could imagine, the energy. I mean, it's Rosa, so the energy was already.
She's very full energy.
I'm telling you,
I be wondering, like, God damn, Rosa, it's 5, 6 in the morning. Why are you so hyper?
Dude, we got off that plane and got to the hotel, and when I saw her, I mean, her energy is unmatched. I don't know anyone who has an energy like she.
Right.
So, Oh my, but yeah, man, amazing locker room from the females to all the males that was out there. I'm legit. I was blessed to be a part of all of that, man.
All right, so we gonna get that dream match, you and Malik.
Oh, you know what? I'm telling you,
That's a
I
dream match.
thought
Yeah.
I thought me and him was gonna clash in the tournament. I thought he would have been like my round one opponent or something, or at least meet up in a fatal four way. So I you know, it sucks that I missed him, but again, I mean, the wrestling world is hella small, and now that I have this actually guarantees that Malik is gonna be chasing after me something serious. So I already know we are going to lock up finally and eventually. It's only a matter of time.
All a matter of time. I gotta, man, please let that be local. I gotta.
Tomorrow gotta be local.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gotta be local. Hey, but don't get me wrong now. I got this now.
See that? You ready to go?
I got
There
this
it
now.
is.
You know, if I gotta go, I mean, I get a vacation too. So,
Hey, there it is. Yes, sir.
so like, so to go back there. So, because I was thinking this too. Like, okay, when you say you get a little training. So, when it's time to like train ring time, like, do you have to pay? Like, okay, then I need to get in ring shape. I gotta like play. It's like I'm still in wrestling training, or someone like, okay, they'll let me go use a ring.
Oh well, no, it's what is? I don't think he has a name for it, but JB Cool has a wrestling school down in Hialeah.
Right.
So I train out of there a lot, and the days that he's traveling for his own bookings, I'll show up and I'll run the school for him. So I always have that access to a ring, and kudos to his students, man. Great group of guys, because I'm there to help them out, right?
Okay.
But when it came time, as we got closer to this tournament, I'd go to the school and I'd be like, all right, y'all, tables have turned. I need y'all to help me now. We're gonna do a bunch of blow up drills. Like, I got to make sure my cardio is on point. I wanna make sure all my moves are as fluid as possible. Sharpen up my playbook, maybe add a few moves to my playbook that I haven't busted out yet, and I wanted to fine tune them. So those guys were really instrumental, along with my wife, because she was there too. She showed up, and
yeah, when she's gonna get start with the match. Yeah.
Well, she's been taking bookings. She's been doing matches. But I know with ACW she hasn't yet. Only because, again, since we are traveling overseas, we just didn't have anybody that we could leave Lil Shad with. That we were comfortable with.
Right. That's definitely understandable.
Yeah, but she was definitely like, oh, the next one. She's like, I'm definitely next. And I was like, by all means.
So I'm thinking like, now, okay, I'm like even the intergender wrestling now that's going on. Would you be saying it's safe to say you know what, we should get like a intergender like tag team, and not like how they used to do mixed tag where okay, we tag the girls fight, and next thing you know, you tag the men to fight. No, man, we just get it on. It's like now it's like a regular tag match now. So you think would it be a male and female tag team good enough to actually be the actual tag champions, or you do prefer just let's have a mixed doubles division?
There's so many guys and so many gals out there. Like, even if you're not an established like tag team, there's just so much of us out there. We can literally, for the sake of a mixed division, you can literally put together, some guys and gals who really have like phenomenal chemistry together. and really build off of that. And literally, like for whichever promotion, you could literally build up an entire mixed division from the bottom up, just off
Right.
of who you decide to put together. And again, I think chemistry is a big part of that. But also with all the intergender matches that have been going on, there's no reason why it's no longer believable that a girl can't keep up with the dude. I mean, case in point, I mean, I've seen a bunch of Jocelyn's matches against
I
guys,
was just bringing her up like, yeah,
and bro, I mean, she hit hard. I mean, she hits
yes,
hard, and she puts everything in it because it's like, well, if y'all can't believe that a girl could keep up with a dude, wait until I make this contact, and boom. So it's there, it's believable, and I think it's all based off of chemistry, but I definitely believe it's possible, and a company to want to jump on that and make it work, because I know there's is it AAA that already has an established intergender tag team championship belts, right?
really,
Because I think
okay,
that's the one Sammy
I was
Guevara
talking
in
about
his
that
life.
too. Might as well do that.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, hey,
the
man,
potential is there, but
hey,
again, you got to have the
like,
right.
yeah, I mean, like I say, I think I've told you, I got that one. I can get one match in me, and just let me know. I carry my weight, but you gotta make me look good.
I'll be the manager. I'll
Make
just
me look like a yeah. You already know who I got for my mystery partner. Me and Mons against everybody. So let's do it. I mean, hey, we could do you again. Yeah, Josh. I would say, hey man, Jocelyn and her husband, Isaiah Broner.
Yeah, there you go. There, you see, I'm
And
telling you, it's there, man. It's all about the people you get, who when you see them up against, another female or male, you're gonna believe everything you're seeing is straight up hard hitting action, and somebody wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's definitely based on the people who you decide to use to put that thing together.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all don't get any like flashback from that? Like people saying, oh, like that's domestic or nothing like that. Y'all don't get that type of energy?
What with All
Like
Caribbean?
like the intergender. Have you heard of anybody like saying like what the women fighting the men or whatever that stuff? Because China was did her thing back in the day too. I see it as entertainment, but then you got in this culture we in, it's council everything, council this. Have you heard anyone that speak like negative towards that? The intergender wrestling?
I mean, it would probably be like, your old school guys, the guys who grew up, doing this in the 70s and 80s, which makes sense because back then, I mean, female wrestling altogether, it was so limited. So, it was already limited, but now you want me to believe, female could keep up with the guy. I think that was back then, but just the world has evolved so much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like it's something that can be believable, but I also believe, you need the right people to pull it off.
Correct.
Because
the matchups got to be right.
Yeah, because again, like Maserati, right? Somebody Maserati size, I wouldn't book her against somebody who's the size of Omos, because now it's like I'm not doing none of them to any favors by booking them against one another. And I'm definitely not doing a promotion any favor because everyone's gonna look at it like it's a freak show type of thing. Like,
right.
You expect me to believe this? Like, no.
But
depending on the matchup,
Yeah. Hey, Maserati will give all against almost.
So we looking at more, of course, the talent, but it's mainly with that particular thing, the physical matchup as far as body wise.
Believable.
Got you. Okay.
So back, okay. So I mean, let me we're talking about this believable stuff. So, like, how would you explain somebody that's a good worker versus somebody that's a reckless worker. Because like what me and Lummy was talking about, like, okay, we can try to make our match look as real as possible, aggressive. But if I slip up and punch him and bust his lip or knock him out, now I got the word in the community is Marlon's reckless. I'm like, look, we've been hitting each other with steel chairs all the fucking match, but I slip and hit him and knock him out.
Him that,
Now,
do you know what I'm saying?
now I'm labeled reckless, y'all. It was just a little slip up. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I feel like, so you're a good worker, right? When you are, it's all about trying to get the match over, right? Regardless of who wins. Because it's one thing to, go over, but you want to be over. But the only way to be over is to get the match over. So the guy losing, he's got to look just as phenomenal as the guy winning. And slip-ups happen. Slip-ups obviously happen. And I feel like you probably wouldn't get that label of unsafe until it becomes a pattern. Because like the first time, again, everyone's like, oh, mistakes happen. The second time, you're finally going to get someone's attention. On the third slip up, that's when, people are going to start to whisper like, yo, like, he did that like 2 shows in a row. I don't know, like maybe he not trained right.
I think we lost him. Marlon, you can hear me? Froze up. I hear the time still going. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Really know what you're doing.
Got
and
you.
You definitely don't want like, man, you all right? Like, yo, I messed up on that hit. I didn't mean to tag you. You good? And then of course, you got your receipts and it's all about being professional about it, because you don't want to be out there in a full fist fight. Because again, at the end of the day, that match, it's there to help put that show in its entirety over. Because you want to be able to come back for the next show, but you also want to be able to draw people in for the next one. So if the match looked like crap because both guys was being selfish, because guy 1 wants to put 3,500 moves in there, but guy 2 wants to put 3,600 moves in there, like it's a spot fest. There's no storytelling.
Okay.
You're not drawing in the people in emotionally. So now they're like, I could go on YouTube and watch something like that. I'm not gonna pay my hard-earned money to watch it in person. So
okay, all right. Yeah, like I said, we can keep talking and talking. So, but as our time is running out, like I mean, you got time for us to start another Zoom?
Of course, man. I could talk wrestling. God,
okay, no. Yeah. Like, well, this right now, we're gonna send you a rewind and keep it going, because it's like it's most stuff I want to, ask and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We still recording right now.
Yeah.
How minutes? You can see the time? Because I don't see it on my end, Marlon. You see the time?
Oh yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll end this right here and then just start a new one. And then I'll just put that on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Part 2 coming on soon, everybody.
There we go. Stay glued to the seats.
All right. Stay posted.
All right.